Hey everyone, how's it going? Octopus here, welcome back to Unicross. So we're going to be doing the Metal Spotlight for Xaldin B today, and this is actually quite unique because on my free-to-play account, I told you guys I mostly passed 98% of the content, and this is one of the quests that I could not complete the final one because I didn't have any general defense down medals back then, or I didn't have enough anyways. So what I'm going to do in this video is actually use my old setup to beat the 4th quest, or the 5th quest for the hairstyle. I do have the hairstyle, I do have everything, I just never got my 7th copy of Xaldin B, so on my free-to-play account, I had to use a Fantasia Mickey B so I can compete in high-score challenges back then, because this was an MVP high-score challenge medal, and it was really good for such a long time until like Axel came out and Sephiroth EX. So you guys can see Xaldin B was just amazing. This video would have been out earlier today, but I just woke up maybe half an hour ago or so. My sister had a baby boy today, her 6th kid. She now has 2 boys and 4 girls. So congratulations, Marlene. Welcome Hunter to the world. I'm really happy because my daughter is, she's 3 months, so it's gonna be really close by for those two. They're gonna connect really well, I hope. So anyways, yeah, I was up all night, got no sleep, and then I finally crashed around, I think 1 p.m. or 1:30, and I just woke up now, which is like 7:30 or 8 o'clock right now. Let's see what time it is. 7:41 p.m. I just woke up, guys. Pretty bad. So anyways, Penelope's sleeping, so I do have a chance to get this recording down before she wakes up from her nap. So let's do this. Let's get into the Metal Spotlights, and I'm gonna use my old setup, like I said before, for this, and we're gonna go through this. Now, the first couple quests I did on my main account, not that bad. This is the setup, guys. What am I gonna do here? Sure, I'll just put that. That's the setup I use minus the spirit slot because I didn't have a Tyree before. So these quests are straightforward. There's like no real guidance to this. I'm just gonna go through this with you guys just because it is the Organization 13 reprint. I just feel like, why not have this in my history for my videos, just so I can look back one day and be like, yeah, we did this. So quest 1, quest 2, quest 3, and quest 4 were all straightforward for this. It was just, back then, you needed the proper medals, and there wasn't much medals back then. There was very little. You had to pull the right medals, and we're talking about tier 3s. We needed tier 3s to do these quests, and that was like really hard for a lot of people. If you check my old videos, I was completely different, by the way. The way I was before to what I am now, it's a big improvement, and I have you guys to thank for that. But I was watching it, and I was like, wow, this was so long ago. Even though it wasn't that long ago, it felt like so long ago. Right here, guys, you know, this is pretty straightforward. Just run up here, or if you're super strong, just go through all the enemies, which probably everyone with Kyrie X's just bash through all those. You probably didn't even think about going upwards. You're just like, oh look, a bunch of weak enemies, let me just take them down. Even though with the proper HP and defense and all that, those shield guys down there, they do a lot of damage and they hit first. So if you don't have a way to restore your HP, you actually get knocked out. It's kind of funny for such a simple, easy quest compared to what we have these days. So that's quest 2. I'm actually really excited to see if my setup works now, because now I actually increased my Divine Rose to level 30. Or I think it's level 30 on this account, and that gives me that 3.0 multiplier for my Xigbar B, which I did do the quest for Xigbar B, I just didn't put any trace on it. I can probably do that at the end of this video if you guys want as well. Again, if you guys are here for the Metal Spotlight, just skip ahead. I kind of just want to do this just for the, like I said, for the vault, for the video vault, just to have it on record. So, like I was saying, Xigbar, I used Xigbar as my MVP back then, which was just as good as my dark side. Like, look at this. This is my old setup that I used way back then. There's a little bit more increase now because we have the 40% guild from the boosters, the magic booster, speed booster, and power booster that's currently activated on my character. So they're definitely gonna do it. I just want to go back and be like, yes, my free-to-play account did this. Because the one quest, I think in total there's 3 quests that got away from me on this account, just because one, Larxene, I was way too early. I started when Larxene was released as an Organization 13 member. So I'm looking forward to that too, because I didn't get to guilt her. She's actually sitting in my inventory with like 2 dots away or something like that. If you guys go forward, there's a bunch of invisibles. Just skip them. Just go around. Take the better path. But yeah. So that I missed, Larxene, because that was I think 2 days. There was 2 days left for that quest, and I just started. I had no good Keyblades. I had nothing. And Larxene came out, and I got quite a bit of it done. Just not enough. And then when Xaldin came out, I just wasn't strong enough. Not that my medals weren't powerful enough, it was that I was missing general defense down medals, which really ruined my setup. As you guys can see, I'm using a World Final Fantasy Sora. Not Sora, that's a Sephiroth. But I'm using a World Final Fantasy. Ooh, the words are doing. You guys love how I speak? Probably not. You're probably all annoyed. So anyways, quest number 4. This is the one. This is the Ringmaster. And this is the exact setup I use, minus the spirit slot and minus this. So if you check my old video on this, you guys will see that I use this on my free-to-play account. And then half of that video, I use my main account to finish it off and give more tips. So let's jump into this. I needed more SP now that I think about it. But auto battle. So back then I explained about Nova and how general defense down and raising your strength buff increased your Nova damage. So I was showing people how to use your Nova properly to get more damage out of it. I had to reset this over and over and over for Moana's attack boost to trigger. Now look at that 3.0. See, I didn't have enough and I still don't have enough. Isn't that insane? This was my setup back then, guys, and it cannot do it. Now this is extra medals, which is probably not going to do anything. I'm going to die here. Second chance is going to bring me back. All that shenanigans. I don't even think I had second chance back then either on my account. Ooh, there's an extra attack on this. How lovely. Still not enough to kill these guys. So yeah, this is my old setup, and I couldn't do this quest. Everything I had back then was just not enough for this. Do I have second chance? Look at that. Look at that. I can't beat it. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take away Xigbar there, and I'm going to put my final boss Xion. Just because that's where we are now, and from what I did back then to what we can do now is very, very it's amazing, guys. It's amazing where we came from. A lot of you guys, if you're new, you have no idea the struggle we went through to get Xemnas. You have no idea the struggle we went to get Xaldin. Right now, this is kind of easy for a lot of players who've been here for a couple days, who pulled Kyrie X. You'll never realize how much strategy we went through to do this. ×3 buffers, that's all we had. This was my only buffer. It wasn't guilted, but it did damage. This was my D buffer. I needed 2 of them. I need a Smee, now that I remember. And there we go. Now, you just need a final boss Xion, and you're laughing. Not even a ×6 buff, just the ×3 buffer, a couple general defense down, and a tribute up, triple down. A tribute up, a tribute down, and then final boss Xion does have the rest of the general defense down that we need. So I didn't even need Owl there. But yeah, the issue I had before for this quest was that I need a Smee or another Owl or 2 Smees. I needed 2 general defense down to complete that quest, which I didn't have. I only had the 1 general defense down. So super excited that I actually got this medal. I got this guy back. I'm so glad that they brought this quest back specifically, because it got to me that I couldn't do it just because I was missing Smee. I was missing Smee or an Owl. That's how bad it was back then, guys. You guys have it easy now. So anyways, let's jump into the medal spotlight. Since I do have a Xaldin B already, I do have a trait on this. Because I didn't get 7 copies, I didn't mix Xaldin B together. I didn't fuse them together to guilt him, and so I kept him here until I thought I needed him. And then we got the trait system, and I was one of the only people to have a Xaldin B traded, because no one kept their Xaldin B separate before the big update, before the anniversary, before we got traits. Everybody fused theirs. Everybody was using it for high score challenges. I refused to use it. I continued to use Xigbar and other medals. And then when the trait system came along, I was like, oh damn, I got Xaldin B. I have it. So I got raid damage on him. But that's not what I want for this guy. One quick thing, guys, before we get into this. He is outclassed already. This medal is outclassed by another event medal, which is Twilight Thorn. Higher guilt, higher multiplier, no condition. No condition at all. Just pure damage. So Twilight Thorn is a way better medal. So everything that applies to Twilight Thorn applies to Xaldin B. If you guys somehow didn't get Twilight Thorn, but you're here for this, you don't have enough hours, or your party sucks and you can't farm enough for this, you guys have a chance to gain yourself Xaldin B, which is another good high score challenge medal. 4.71 times 3 is at a 9.42, which is really good for a tier 3 if you guys think about it. 9.42, where our current average is a 10 multiplier. So that is pretty good, guys. This tier 3 has been around for so long, and I recommend that if you don't have a high score challenge medal, you didn't farm that Twilight Thorn, the trait you guys want to go for is plus 1000 strength. For pure content, if you don't have Kyrie EX, you go for those -60s. Besides that, don't put extra attack on him. It's not really needed. You could. It does more damage as plus 1000, but extra attack is not as good for high score challenges. Plus 1000 is really good for high score challenges if you're going to use this medal for your MVP. If you're new, you only have 4 copies. And again, if you are new, try to get that Twilight Thorn. That's not going to cost you any Mickey and brooms. It's just go for it. So regardless of all that, I'm going to level up mine, and then we're going to go for this traits. See if I can get better traits on this. Since he's already fully guilted, I don't have to worry about that. Let's jump into this. Let's undo the experience, and there we go. My 4 chances at getting a new trait. Now, raid damage is not bad. He's not that high of a cost. 4 SP is not terrible. It's just I don't raid. On my main account, I'm like place 1400, so I prefer traits like this. Plus 1000 just for high score challenges, negative 60 for all content in the game if you don't have enough general defense down on your Keyblade. So right there off the bat, that's a solid one. That's solid. I prefer aerial, but I just got rid of you. I don't want you again. Negative 60, guys. Honestly, I'm okay with that. Even if I get plus 1000, I won't do it because I have the Twilight Thorn that has plus 1000 on it right now, and that's a good MVP for high score challenges. So I will be keeping the negative 60s on this guy. If you didn't get plus 1000 on your Twilight Thorn, it might be better to get plus 1000 on him, but I think even with the higher tier and guilt, I still think the Twilight Thorn will do better, even if you didn't get plus 1000 on Twilight Thorn, but you got plus 1000 on Xaldin B. I still think Twilight Thorn will do better. But anyways, traits. Plus 1000, negative 60, negative 60. Up to you guys what you have and what you don't have. For me, negative 60 works out beautifully. I do got this guy fully maxed out. Attack boost 3 max because of all those high score challenges. Max skills are meant for high score challenges. Make sure it's on your MVP. Now we have 4. In a couple of weeks, we're going to have 5. Attack boost 5 max. Don't worry about that. There's the Zigbar. Just because I don't have enough evolved medals, I'm not going to do it during this video. Zigbar is just going to stay the way he is, and I'll do it on another time. Alright, so let's jump into a Keyblade setup, and let's go throw this guy for a spin. Now, Divine Rose, if you haven't done Proud Mode, if you've done Proud Mode, and you got yourself Missing Ache is the idea for this. Just like Zigbar, you guys want to go for the best reverse one. Wow, do I ever suck right now. Did I skip it? I don't have Missing Ache on this account, that's why. I haven't done Proud Mode. So, for accounts like mine, this is what you guys are going to be doing. Let me switch to the reverse speed and throw them on there. You guys can see above here it has a lot more strength because of the traits, but the whole point is this. So let's take away all this old setup. Let's put down this new setup of ours. Yeah, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. We'll go with that. So we're gonna go into a quest and we're gonna just show off Xaldin B, even though a lot of you guys already know what Xaldin B looks like, what he's done, how powerful he's been this whole time. Ooh, why not? Why not? It's a little tougher, so we'll do this. We'll do this one instead, and we'll bring something just in case we have to finish everything off, even though Sephiroth's the wrong attribute for this, but we're still going for it. So yeah, I'll bring Xaldin B into this new weekly gem quest. I'm going to put on auto battle. I do have a lot of buffs compared to a lot of free-to-play players, but it's just to show off how much damage he can do. I don't have Kyrie X on this account, so I make do with what I have. This is pretty close to max out buffs. Not perfect, but pretty close. Halfway almost. So there we go, million damage on a 3.0 multiplier, not including the Missing Ache. I should get that chest up there because I have no SP. There we go. Thank you very much. I don't even think this is enough to do, what do you call it? The last guy, the hammer. This might not be enough, even with all this double casting, triple casting. But there you go, guys. Xaldin B doing 1 million damage, even though he came out how long ago? Pretty good, in my opinion. So, 1,152,000 with not perfect buffs, but solid medal, guys. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much the whole medal spotlights. Xaldin B, pretty good medal. Sad that it's got replaced by Twilight Thorn. Twilight Thorn has so much more going on for him, more attack and everything. But you know what, Xaldin B, he has a special place in all of our hearts. A lot of us know what happened with this medal, and this was the medal to go to for high score challenges. So if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Keep on smiling, and I'll see you in the next one.